too.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So Facebook. So I have a feeling. Okay. Good time to load up, but that's you would have seen the Facebook page, I'm sure, but that's the URL.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I think I've got the. Oh, so the first thing is I'll just add you onto the page.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh. My computer is super slow. I think it's because I've got a whacking great video that's I need to get rid of. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Actually, it's not here. Okay. Come soon enough. Did your footy team win on the weekend?
I don't know. I don't even follow the footy anymore.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Our kids, Ryan telling me after our kids won.
Your kids' footy won. Oh, that's good.
The kids won as well, but the Ocean Grove Barwon Heads game is, as expected, the biggest game of the year.
Yeah.
Ocean Grove has lost the last 11 games, but won on Saturday.
Ah, there you go. And I'm going to assume then, based on that knowledge, that you would normally be Cats fans as well. That'd be fair. No, not Cat fan. Oh, there you go. Who's your team in there normally then?
No, the Bombers, but don't follow the AFL that
Not
closely.
Really. Oh, there you go. Okay. So I'm just fixing my screen. I don't know why this has taken so long to get me up.
Did your team have a win, Steve?
No, it didn't. No, I'm a Bulldogs fan, so I kind of, yeah. So, and then I'm from WA originally, so Bulldogs lost, and so did Fremantle. So, no, it was a very bad weekend for me in terms of football. But I did get involved. I've got a 5-year-old as well, so I was sort of at Auskick. So, yeah, that was a winning. So maybe like you guys, that was the one I'm happiest talking about.
Yeah. I'm a Bulldogs fan. Well, I used to be. I don't follow them anymore, but I used to be mad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they're doing well this year, so it was just hopefully it's just the fact that they came up against the Tigers, and the Tigers are tough.
Yeah.
Rightio. So that's interesting. So yeah, that's coming. So I'm an admin. So for a start, I not only have a 5-year-old, I also have a 25-year-old, and he can come off because he was at one stage. I think when we were doing it, I put him on here, so he doesn't need to be on here. Okay. He's now a school teacher up in Shepparton, and I can't believe that he's actually still on here. So it's very strange. He did at one point do a little bit of interning. Yeah, so Tony probably didn't realise they can add you on as well, Nicole. I wonder, based on what happened before. So are you on with using your own name on Facebook?
Yes, I'm Nicole Dodson, and then open bracket Nicole King.
Okay. Do you reckon I need to just do King maybe? Not either of those ones, maybe, or maybe it's easier for me
Yeah,
to.
the bottom one.
Is this one?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep, that's it.
All right, then we'll make you admin.
Yep.
And that'll should by rights just put you straight on.
Right.
Yep. So it's just got pending. Did you get a notification just then?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
All right. So you've got that. Did he already give you password and in for Instagram?
No.
He doesn't. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have a go at that and see if. If you've
Oh.
sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. Do I need to get a password for the King Parrot Facebook?
No. So basically, Facebook and Google is managed just as ourselves, right? So
Right.
now I have no idea what MoxY Market is, which you'd have to ask Tony about. But now, basically, you have admin on this page, and realistically, you can, whenever you wish to, you can basically change everybody. Yeah, given you've just been added, you may need to wait a week, so maybe wait till you're settled. But
Yeah.
Given often they'll get suspicious, someone's just been added and then they remove everybody else. But the reality is, you now have admin on it. The only thing I'm not sure about, it says MoxY Market. You'd have to ask Tony what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Right.
Okay.
So it looks like potentially something he might have done with some ads at one stage.
Right.
And the other thing is, I'd recommend, if you're going to do any advertising, you'd set up a new advertising account yourself, and then basically, or if you've done any ads on anything else before, you would just basically, because it's separate anyway, right? So basically, I could show you and give you the link to the current ads manager, but that would be tied to Tony and Tony's business and his account, so his banking. Whereas you'd be better off just. I'll give you the details of it, but yeah, the Facebook Ads Manager is separate from the page, so you can create the Facebook Ads Manager and then choose what page you want to actually promote, right? So I'd recommend to you that you actually just create a new Ads Manager and associate it with the page.
Yep. Okay.
That's probably the best bet. One of the, Tony has it's always done really, really well with very minimal advertising, to be fair. It gets it because of the nature. There's certain businesses that kind of fall into entertainment just because of the nature of the business. So its organic reach, both on Facebook and Instagram, is sort of 3 and 4 times what most businesses typically get. Just so you know, yeah. So this one here, page. Let's make a note. Nicole added.
Thank you.
And create new rather than. Yeah, let me just check on it. Yeah, I was going to say one of the good things is as well. Yeah, so that they've been any ads have been turned off now as well. So, but yeah, just in terms of the settings, I'm fairly sure I won't have admin access. I'll only have advertiser access. So Tony, if you're watching, yeah, the other alternative. Yeah, so that's showing my details there actually. Let's go back. So I'm just using that link that I'm going to share to you as well. So you'll basically, just so Tony knows that this link up the top is his ads campaign, ads manager, how he goes in to actually find it. if he's on the computer or the laptop. And then in terms of once this loads, the hamburger, we just look at add account settings. It's been a long time since I see. You can see here. So basically, Tony is the admin, and I have admin. So Tony could, by rights, add you to this one, but as I said, I'd suggest you just create a new one. Is my suggestion too. Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Sounds much cleaner.
I think it is. Yeah, and as you said, then you're not worrying that.
Yeah.
Create. Yes. Suggest create new. Well, we've got that there. Right, so let's have a look at Instagram and see if I can access that.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I was worrying about. This was the last time when I tried to get into Instagram. I hope he's given me the updated one, because I was sending him a thing. Have you updated that? What's going on? So, okay, it looks like it's, well, I've written a new one here, so let's have a go. Right. Yeah, since COVID, Tony was sort of doing a little bit of Instagram photos every now and again, but I was mainly just interacting and posting on Facebook and then running a bit of an ad for him. So, as I said, it's been a bit quieter on. Normally, we're sort of posting across a few, but clearly the accommodations were the most hit at the time. So,
yes, yeah.
So log out. But hopefully it's making up for it again now.
Yeah, I think they've been pretty busy, which has been good.
Yeah, well, they've always in the past had a lot of, let's see, hopefully this will remember it for me. I might as well show it, given, yep, that's certainly the last one that I used. All right, it's looking good. Well, it's promising. Yep, so that's what it is. So your Instagram login. So this is a shared login. So I'll give you the link again. So to actually log in, all you need to do is just use King Parrot. When you sign in, I don't know if you saw, that's what I did. You just use King Parrot Cottages, the username, one word. You don't you don't have to use email or that side of things. So you can just log in using the username, right? So in other words, I'll just do it this way, right? So in fact, because I can go in there, I can update that now. I can update it to the email. You'll have the email though in the end, won't you?
Contact King Parrot, is it?
Yeah, I'll just double check it. Yeah, let's have a look. At least we
Thank you.
know that this password is right. So Twitter, I'm pretty sure is no longer searchable, but we'll have a look anyway. Oh, no, before I was going to do that, I was going to go in here. Okay, right. Okay, all right, so it's linked to Tony at, and it's the number. I reckon what we'd be better off doing is first step we can make is put it to your mobile phone number.
Okay.
Do you want to do that? Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So if you just tell me, if you read it out, yep.
400
400
099
099
262.
262. So this will probably send a code, I think.
Okay. I can change it later on.
Yeah, that's right. So that's been saved by the looks. So that didn't even ask for a code. Then the other thing might be to put it, instead of Tony at King Parrot, what access, is there a generic one that you're going to have? Contact, maybe, or
yes.
info?
We don't have that yet, but we will get contact at kingparrot.com.au.
Yeah, so I reckon let's put it to that for now. and then
Yep.
it won't get confused with any of your if you've got any other ones for other businesses or personal stuff. So
Yeah.
we know that basically you can use the username, the phone number, or the email, and you basically can sign in. That's
Right.
the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just have a quick look and see. I mean, Twitter hasn't been being used, so I know that,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling it doesn't exist anymore. So on that basis, no, it's still there. So it's still there. So he didn't delete it. It just hasn't been used, right? It was just associated with the Instagram at one stage, but Tony, doesn't like Twitter much. But anyway, it was associated back at that point, right? So there is an account. For the sake of having it, I doubt I'm going to be able to get in, but let's have a try, right? So what we'd need to do is I'll log out of this one. And it's the same thing, basically, with any whether it's Instagram or Twitter, you can use the username first. Right?
Okay.
So, well, firstly, I'll give you that so that you know that you do have a Twitter account. But I doubt that. Remembers I've done it in the past. Yeah, username and password entered did not match our records. What I can do, let's go forgot password and see where it sends it. Okay. Let's maybe think that it was done to Tony at King Parrot, potentially. Maybe. Tony at kingparrot.com.au. There you go.
Does anyone use Twitter anymore?
Well, particularly given the way of the world and the way things happened at the start of this year with Facebook and Google doing stuff, the answer to that is I think in Australia there's a couple of million that are using it, mainly. Right. So it's a really good thing just to have your asset. The reason we did it for them is you own the asset. Realistically, you may as well own it with your logo and your cover and be posting to it so that people can place you. And it does, there is an element of searchability of it as well.
Okay.
So this looks like if we send this email to Tony at King Parrot, he could potentially then. So it looks to me that we've got the right email. So Tony would just have to let you know what that code is. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So what we can say is that, and so he could forward that email to you once it's received.
Right. Okay.
So he should get a code, forward the email to you, and then you can try signing in with that code.
Okay.
So this one here we changed to contact, but this one here we know that it was sent to Tony. Yeah.
Yep.
Code to reset password sent to right. So that's that one. I have a feeling with Google, it took Tony a long time to ever receive it from the previous owner. So I think initially there was an issue. I know that I didn't have access to his Google, right? But I can at least show you where it is, and then Tony, it's like Facebook, would just need to add you. And I can show you how that gets done so that Tony at least can maybe watch this and then be aware of how it gets done. And YouTube is the other one. YouTube is a Google product. So I think there is a YouTube channel, but I'll have a look for both and see what we've got.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so the first thing... No. Yeah, see, I don't have King Parrot here.
Okay.
If I did, I'm trying to think, if I did just for the sake of it, I'm going to show you what the address is so that Tony will be able to find it. But just for Tony's benefit, you do actually click, well, these 9 dots, then give you where your Google My Business is here. So Tony, if you're watching, do that. And then if I just use my own business, for instance, there's a part once you're in your business page, because I'm the owner manager of my own business, I can basically go, it must be over here, and it goes users, right? And so then basically what Tony could do is go and add a user, and he would then type in your email or Gmail that you want to use.
Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
So that's how you get access. Now, it took... I'm assuming Tony has done this to get access in the first place. He didn't have access when we started with him back in the day, so that was quite a long time ago. But just so you know, what you're trying to get access to is, because it does have a lot of reviews on it, right? So it's actually, aside from the Facebook page, it's actually worth having access to, because it's actually a real asset to the business, right? King Parrot, right? So when we do a King Parrot Cottages, see, we get this. So this is the
yes,
this is it, right? And so to get reviews, this is the link that you can send, whether you've got management or not. If you want people to review you can always send them this link, right? So see how I can do all sorts of things here. I can do a review. So if you share this link to people, that's the link for your Google Map and page, right? So that's what you want to get access to.
Yes. Okay.
Google Map. I'll just make a note for reviews, right?
Yeah.
Tony would need to add Nicole as owner. Yeah. So we just know I don't have access. So I'm not even a manager. Right. Yeah, so at least you know that's there, it exists. Whether you have access to manage it, at least it helps you from a search perspective.
Yes.
And then the other one is I don't recall doing a YouTube channel, but I may have, because it used to, back in the day, it was done in a different way than it's done now. Although
Right.
looking at this setup, so it looks like we did set it up. It was done back in the day of Google Plus, and Google Plus doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, so basically it's not great because it's clearly not been used. In fact, this was done 8 years ago, so it does show you how long ago it looks like anything was done with it. I don't believe I have access, but let's have a look. Switch account, settings. Okay, so again, I'll just give you the YouTube channel so you know the address for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And if I can add you, I'll add you. Let's see how we go. But yeah. Yeah, I don't seem to have access. In fact, because it is a Google product, we probably knew back then that. Yeah, I don't see them because they're in alphabetical order here. So there is a YouTube channel that's clearly not been used for a long time. So normally when we're sort of working with people, there's that thing of, well, would you just make a new one? That would be, realistically if you do it in the future. But the potential is if Tony has access to the Google My Business, potentially he also has access to, and it would be the same thing. Tony would need to add you as an owner. It's a Google product, just so you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And Tony doesn't have the password for Google. Am I able to get that somehow, access to that?
It's the previous owner. So essentially, so remember, it's the same way that sorry, I'll just go back where I can see you. The same way as we did Facebook, that's how Google works as well, right? So you basically bring Nicole into the platform and we manage it as individual people. So Tony should have been given admin if the person provided him the correct access in the first place.
Right.
But the person I think that provided Tony access probably was less technically savvy than what Tony is. So and so I have a feeling, I do remember doing the setup with very bad Wi-Fi down at King Parrot, trying to do that and realizing that was going to be tough. And so I think the Google and YouTube, we worked off the basis, well, they exist. Are we going to do anything with them in the short term? Probably not. But Tony, can you keep liaising with the previous person to see if you got access? I think Tony can access it because I've seen reply. I think he can access the Google My Business because there is replies as the owner. So I think he can now at the moment. So if he can sign in as the owner to reply to and make comments on reviews, then he should be able to sign in and then add yourself as a user. Remember what we were looking at before where you go down that left-hand side?
Yeah.
YouTube might be different, but yeah, so basically Tony would just need to go into users. Hopefully he would see himself as an owner, right? And then he would add yourself as an owner, he'd add you as the new owner, basically.
Okay.
And then like Facebook, you could pretty much take him off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. I think that's probably, and so as I said, I'll just send this. You know what I'll do? I'll send this. I'll stop the recording, and then I'll add the recording, and then we've got that in there as well, and it's all together. You'll be able to look at everything. It's probably the best bit. Sound good?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Oh, good. Sorry to flip in and out.